Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Alright, so today I thought we would go ahead and finish up, well, at least the cover for this, I guess, junk journal that I've decided to make out of nowhere. And so I pulled out from the John Derian wrapping paper book, this piece of wrapping paper. I thought this would be cool to have on the inside, front and back covers of our journal cover. And yeah, so I'm kind of thinking through that. And then also here I have just some cardboard. This is from a shelf that I bought and put in my craft room. So, yeah, I don't know how much talking I will do. It's not, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if it would be more or less interesting if I talked or put it on fast forward, because I don't know, what I'm doing here is not groundbreaking necessarily. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna cut on this bottom edge. I want there to be about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or so on the top and bottom, or around the entire outside. So I just kind of guesstimated what that would be. I'm trying to decide the easiest way to go about doing this, because this is a little bit large as you can see, and I want it to be straight. Let's see, I'm going to, I don't know if I will get it absolutely straight here or what, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and use my X-Acto knife. Oh, I'm cutting on the wrong side too. Oh well. My goal was to get it small enough to fit into my paper trimmer, and then that way I know I can get a straight cut. So now that we've got that, I'll go ahead and trim it up. Okay, let's see what we got here. So this will be kind of a big journal cover, but that's okay. I'm sure I can find papers to work with to go inside it. I know I've got bigger papers and things. So all right, so let me go ahead and mark the, actually, maybe I'll just use this. I probably shouldn't, but actually no, I don't think I will. I will use my pencil and then my paper trimmer. I'm better at that. Okay. Sorry guys, I am like super in my head today. I've been listening to an audiobook, and it's just one of those kinds of books that it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. It's dealing with school shooting kind of situation and bullying in schools. And it's one of those, it's a Jodi Picoult book. It's her latest one. It's called 19 Minutes. And yeah. I mean, anything by her is good. I would highly recommend anything done by her. Sometimes they're difficult to listen to or read. This is one of those. So, yeah, I've kind of just been listening to it all day since I've been working from home. And what I had to work on today, I didn't have to actually think too hard about. So probably shouldn't do that, but okay, it's probably probably not the end of the world. But yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is tear this down, and we'll only need about half of it. So a quarter of it for each cover, I think is what I'll do. And then at this point, since I'm going to be, I want the design to go over, move that out of the way. I want the design to go over and around the edges so that you can see the edges just around the thing. And then I'm going to do it kind of backwards, since I'm going to basically cover the entire front of it. I'm going to wrap it so that the side that you see will be the inside front cover. So that's my goal anyway. I don't need quite this much, so I'm gonna trim off some of the extra here. So anyway, I'm so glad it's almost the end of the week. Well, it is Friday for anyone watching my video today. It's Thursday evening for me. But yeah, I'm really excited to be done with another week here. Okay, and have a break over the weekend will be nice. Just kind of rest the brain. I'm feeling not overly inspired today. Honestly, I was trying to decide what to work on or to film for my video for today, and I thought about, I don't know, the creativity is escaping me today. I think it's just kind of one of those days where I'm not feeling overly creative, and that just kind of happens sometimes. It is what it is. So, okay, I'm just trying to get this, I'm just kind of eyeballing it and making it about as straight as I possibly can. Use my hand to even out that glue. Okay. And then I think I'll just do the other one since I've got this handy here. So I'll just do the same exact thing. Measure roughly over here and cut off the extra. Yeah, I'm one of those readers who are really get engrossed into the book. I've always kind of been that way. If it's a good book, and usually I pick good books. I try not to waste my time with books that aren't good. And if they aren't very good, I don't force myself through them. Yeah, this one is kind of just making me think a little bit, you know, just there's a lot of things in it. If any of you have read it or listened to the audiobook, you will know what I'm saying. It's a hard one. I'm going to recommend it, but just know that it's a hard subject. So, yeah. Okay, so just going to do the same thing here. Hard subject for different kinds of reasons, different kinds of hard subjects. There's a lot that she goes into on that in that book for sure. Okay, so this one's a little bit more dry, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the corners from this one. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get about, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch away from the corner of that, and just do kind of a triangle kind of shape. It's hard to explain. You go in at one angle, hit that and then turn it and go the rest of the way. So I'm going to just do mitered corners here. That's the purpose of doing this. And then so go ahead and help the paper to wrap around the edges. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I'll go all the way with my bone folder. And make a nice crisp edge. And I always go opposite sides, like so. And the hope is that you'll have a nice clean corner with none of the under cardboard showing. Okay, and then I'll put some glue down, and you can glue it however you want. I do it both ways, kind of just depends on my mood. But again, I will go opposite sides. I think mostly I've learned it that way for when working with fabric. If you're doing this with fabric, your fabric can warp and wane, stretch, and if you do it this way, it does that a little bit less, or has a less opportunity to do it. Because if I was going to stretch it this direction, then if I started over here and it stretched and then I went this way, then I'd stretch it some more, and then on the front you would have kind of a crooked thing happening. But by going opposites, if it stretched, then if I pulled on this side, it would just stretch it this direction and not make it kind of wonky instead. So if that made sense to you. That was kind of a weird explanation, but since I have my glue flowing, I'll just go ahead and put glue down on both sides. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's that. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty. So if this was my cover, now I'm wondering if I wanna, well, I didn't ink around the edge of this. I'm trying to decide if I want to sew that on. I don't think I do, because if I did, it would show through on this side, which I don't think is what I want to have happen. I like the blues that are going on in this. I didn't intend for it to be kind of a blue thing, but I think I like how it's turning out. Okay, so let's do the same thing for this one, and we'll have our front and back covers ready to go. Okay. Train the edges. Most of you probably are old pros at doing this, so you're probably like, yeah, Tam, we know. But, all right. I am kind of wondering if this is thick enough too. I may want to add another layer of cardboard. I probably should. It's not really feeling thick enough to me at the moment, so. All right. some glue coming out there. Okay, well, I've got some other journals in the works that you guys haven't seen yet. There will be 4 new journals coming to my shop over the weekend. So if you're in the market for a new journal, there will be several to choose from. Maybe more than 4. I've kind of got several in the works all the time lately, and I don't know, I got a wild hair over New Year's break and holiday, and just kind of started working on journals. So got kind of a nice selection of things coming, hopefully. So all right, so there's this one. Now, I think I really like how that's gonna look. I think what I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? Well, I think they need to be mounted on some kind of other cardboard first to get a little bit more sturdiness happening here. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about at the moment. So let's see. I'm just looking down here next to me to see what kind of cardboard I have handy. Okay, these are not overly thick. I think I'll use those for something else. I have a Captain Crunch cereal box from, gosh, a long time. This used to be my absolute favorite cereal. I swear I've eaten so much of this in my lifetime, it's not even funny. The best part is, I mean, I do, just looking at it, I do want some, but not so much that I'm actually going to try and eat any. So that makes me happy. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I don't think you can see. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna cut this out to be the same size exactly as my cover pieces and glue them down to it, and then to that I will so I'll glue them down to get them a little bit more sturdy, and then I'm gonna do a zigzag stitch all the way around the outside perimeter of it, and then well, before I do that, I'll ink around all the edges. So I'll do all that and then I'll be back. So we've got the backings. Yeah, that's on the back. We've got the backings glued on, and then I've done a zigzag stitch around the perimeter of both of them, and they're much more flat now. I was thinking, rather than inking around the edges, I have some of this metallic acrylic paints by Finnebar called Steampunk Copper. Steampunk Copper. And I need to really start using this because it's not Oh boy, that is really on there. I did not try to open this before. Ooh, maybe I can't use this one. Shoot. Okay, well that's sad. I can't get the lid off of this. I don't know if I'll ever be able to. Let me try one more time. Oh man, that's really on there. I shouldn't be doing this right over the top of these. Oh, there we go. Okay. Boy, that was on there tight. That was really on there. Okay, so here's kind of how it looks. So like I said, I need to use this up. I've had it for a while, and I don't have, well, I could use a paintbrush, but I thought I've got a tissue sitting next to me here, and I wondered maybe if the tissue could work better or differently. I kind of want to get a wax patina kind of look if I can. So I don't want it to be perfect. And I chose this. I do have the patina, the wax stuff as well, but I chose this because I think it'll dry faster. And it's hopefully not going to be as messy. But yeah, I don't really want it to be perfect, but I do want to make sure and cover all the surfaces. Hi, Oliver, what you doing? Oh, really? Well, that's a lot. Okay. You tell me more? Oh. I want some attention. Okay. So... Oh, I didn't think about this part. Well, hold it very carefully there. So yeah, I'm just kind of messily putting it on, and if it goes in other places, I'm not going to be too worried about it because it just kind of adds to the look of it. So here we go for that. That's the back cover. I like it a lot. So let's do the same thing for the front cover. Where to put this? I'll put this there. And let that one dry. Maybe I'll get a new... Here, I'll just refold this so that it will... It was starting to tear on me here, so... Okay. Trying to figure out how to close this paint without having it do what it just did to me again. Probably I need to clean out all the paint from in here. Might be my first step, huh? All right, so... Who would have thought that there's a cereal box hidden underneath there, right? Nobody until I say something. Well, that's pretty darn cool. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean up and dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are dry now. And we're kind of ready now to glue them down, but before I do that, I think I want to do one more thing. Or do I? I'm trying to decide. I have some Well, it's supposed to be like cheesecloth, but it's not really cheesecloth. I think it might be kind of cool to add just a little bit of this to the back edge of each of these two, and then we can hopefully see if it'll look cool. So let me just cut off. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's not real cheesecloth, so I bought it this color, and it comes in kind of a lot of different colors. I've only bought this color, white, which I intended to dye my own colors with Distress Stain, which I've never done, or gray, and I don't ever use that one. I literally only ever use this one, so, but I need to use longer scissors for this. It can take forever. Okay, let's do this instead. Okay, so there's 2 pieces. Let me cut 2 more, and I bet y'all have extra from the edges to do the shorter sides. Since I'm here, I might as well just cut 1 more. Okay. So I think for this, I'm gonna go ahead and just use some glue stick, because I'll be putting Fabri-Tac down when it's time to glue it for real. Okay. So basically this just needs to tack it down. Doesn't need to be perfect, and actually if it isn't perfect, that probably would be better. So do this side real quick. And then we got another little piece down there. Okay, so yep, and then I'm going to rough that up before it's all said and done, so you probably won't see, it won't look the way that it looks now, basically, is what I was trying to say. So this little project is using an awful lot of Fabri-Tac, I will say that. But not a problem. I would rather make sure that it's nice and secure than just to wonder. So, okay, so let's grab one of our, just gonna put this down. It's not super clean, but at least it's not sticky. And one nice thing about Fabri-Tac is you can move it around for a little bit until it's really stuck, which in this case is going to be really helpful. So, okay. Let's press that down, make sure it gets nice and secure. Alright, well, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit while I work on this other one. And then we'll come back and finish it up. Okay. So first thing, let's add some of our this. I need some more of that. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way of your scissors. These will cut through your finger. Okay. Oh, perfect. Couldn't have done that much better if I'd tried. Okay. And now for the real glue. Make sure this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so this is our front cover, and this will be our back cover. This one's been sitting for a little bit longer, so let's go ahead and play with this just a little bit. Don't want it to be quite as long as it is. I want to just kind of rough things up a little bit. Not let it be so perfect. So I'm not really, my goal is to show a hint that there's like some kind of fabric under there, or I guess cheesecloth, but not let it be so overpowering. So I think I don't know what I think. I think I want to trim it up just a little bit. It's a little bit long in certain places. Just give it a little bit of a haircut. But not a good haircut. Yep, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's like it's there, but not really overly super noticeable. Just adds a little bit more texture. Okay, so I'll do the same thing to the front cover. Okay, well, here are our front and back covers for this journal. I don't know what I want to do for the signatures yet, so I'm not going to do the spine just yet. But I will say, plus these need to kind of sit and cure for a little while longer too. This one's kind of been moving around on me. So I don't want to keep messing with them. I think whatever I decide to do for the spine, I don't want to say Coptic stitch because I don't know that I really want to try and do that. I don't know what I want to do for the spine yet, to be completely honest. I'm really not sure. So anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here for now. And yeah, so a little bit more progress on this side, on this front. Kind of thinking this is going to turn out pretty cool, actually. Hoping that this will stay stuck down. I might need to re-glue it in some places. Hopefully not. We'll see. I'm going to put something heavy on it and leave it overnight, I think. But anyway, hope you had a good time with me today. Yeah, this does need a little bit more glue here. Yeah, hope you had a good time and enjoyed coming along with me today as I worked my way through this different sort of cover. I mean, I'm just making it up as I go. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But that's part of the fun. It's half the fun, isn't it? So, okay, well, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.